Hello. This is going to be something a little different than usual. As can be seen here, this is the Originals Classic Game of the Year. I think it's Game of the Year edition. And this is a great way to start. I don't even actually know if there's an actual Game of the Year edition. It might have just been like a Blu-ray case thing they did for the PS3 or whatever. But anyways, this is probably the Souls game I am the least familiar with. But I still really love it, like the others, and I won't have any serious trouble with it or anything. This isn't even a challenge run, really. This is more to do something of an experimental kind of playthrough. I know that other people have done this before. It's like a bit of a slow playthrough is what some people will call it, where as you're playing, you're going through the game very slowly. You're trying to figure out lore as you go, learning what you can, reading item descriptions, trying to do as many quests as possible, and just like appreciating the world design, everything that goes into this game, because I think this game is really interesting, and now the remake is the dominant image of it, which is one reason I wanted to do classic. Also, because easier to record classic. But anyways, that's what this is gonna be. So if that's not your thing, that's all right. Because this is not really a challenge run, other than a challenge for me to keep focused and not let ADHD take the reins a little too much. And this is gonna be a lot more talking, as I have some vague ideas about the lore of this game, and I know a decent deal of like behind the scenes information about it, but I am going to still approach it as if I'm trying to decipher the lore for the first time with the information presented, and get my best interpretation of it, irregardless of the little tidbits that I know. I really don't know much. I haven't watched Vati on really any of the games, except I guess maybe Bloodborne, but yeah, that's what this is gonna be. This version of the game, for lack of a better term, there's a chance we might experience some instabilities. So if stuff goes wrong, might have to do a little editing here and snip out like a crash or something like that. But we'll try to keep the experience as smooth as possible. So, not doing great by already having passed the first cutscene, but I don't have much to say on it, so I'm fine with that. So, I was thinking about what class would be the best and most interesting for this, and that's two ways I'm leaning. One being just classic knight all the way through. Just even like sticking with pretty much starting gear from into beginning, maybe trying out a few things, and of course rings and all that. But I really like the look of the fluted set. Excuse me, still a little sick. Which is a great way to start something like this, where I have to do a ton of talking. My other consideration was barbarian, or deprived. well, the equivalent, right? I don't think there is yeah, I think that, oh, is that level 1 actually? No, that's royalty, that's level 1, I see. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with this because I really want to wear the armor. Maybe we'll do a little bit of fashion. We'll see how it goes. These symbols for, like, these choice symbols for these stats are interesting to me. I have no clue what they're derived from. It almost looks like they're trying to convey certain things, like endurance almost looks like it has the shape of a heart, which could make sense, I suppose. And magic kind of looks like a spirity fire of some kind. But the rest is questionable whether what it is that led them to use these symbols. There might actually be an answer. Maybe these are based on some kind of hieroglyphic system or inspired by real life symbols for similar values or something. I don't know. I've never seen anything like it, so that I cannot speak on. Oh, this character creator. Ironically, I find that this one looks a little better than Dark Souls 1. I don't know. It's definitely less versatile, I think. But something about the skin is a little more natural? I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm so used to seeing the hollow from Dark Souls 1. Some interesting hairs. Oh my god, it's Cole McGrath. I love that this Vegeta ass hair is the first one. It's such a great impression of this character creator. I kind of like the mullet. I kind of want to rock the mullet. Now it's Virgil. Red mullet? Yeah, sure, why not? Why not? What the hell does this slider actually do? Oh! That is your peak women right there. That's what women look like. And this is... You just get like the sharper like features. I get like them softening a bit. The eyes getting like big bug eye anime girl eyes is pretty funny. It's so easy to make a fucked up character in this. What does old make you do? It makes you look like you've got the features actually move in a nice way that does make it look older. Like the mouth is a little sunken, like, and the nose and the eyes in particular. I can't like put it into words what it is, but it actually is capturing like an older person. I don't know. What else can we do in here? Nose size. I'm not gonna mess with that. Forehead. Nah. Eyes. Oh, this is a weird way to do color, huh? Whoa. That's weird. This is a very odd way to do eye color. But it's like you can kind of only have blue eyes or something. What is this effect? This is like the actual eyeball. Oh, I wish Circle made it not modify, because I wanted that to go back to default. Oh, mess with that. Mess with that. I don't want to spend too long in here, because this guy already looks fine. And hair. Oh, you can do more custom hair color. I'm fine with the red. He looks a bit weird, actually. We'll have a helmet on for most of the playthrough, really, it doesn't matter. At least he's a little unique. That's all that matters. What if we name? This is a more serious playthrough, so maybe we should give him a decent name. I say a serious name as I can I do capital? I'm sure this silly little name, Vimus, Vimus? You can pronounce it however you want, really. I'm sure this won't, by coincidence, have any horrible alternate meanings or be like a terrible term for a marginalized group of people or something. So, yeah, that's good. Let's get in there.
King Allant XII, by channeling the power of souls, brought unprecedented prosperity to his northern kingdom of Boletaria. That is, until the colorless deep fog swept across the land. Boletaria was cut off from the outside world, and those who dared penetrate the deep fog never returned. But Valarfax of the royal Twin Fangs broke free from the fog and told the world of Boletaria's plight. That the old King Allant had aroused the Old One, the great beast below the Nexus, from its eternal slumber, and that a colorless fog had swept in, unleashing terrible demons. The demons hunt down men and claim their souls. Those who lose their souls also lose their minds. The mad attack the sane, and chaos reigns. Valarfax spoke of the enticing power of the demon souls. Each time a demon claims a human soul, the demon's own soul is invigorated by the life force. And the power of a mature demon soul is beyond human imagination. The legend spread quickly. Mighty warriors were drawn to the accursed land, but none have returned. Bjor of the Twin Fangs, Yurt the Silent Chief, Sage Urbane, Skurver the Wanderer, the Sixth Saint Astraea and her knight Garl Vinland, and Sage Frake the Visionary. The colorless deep fog slowly creeps beyond Boletaria's borders. Humankind faces a slow and steady extinction. The deep fog will eventually swallow all lands, near and far. But Boletaria has one final hope. A lone warrior who has braved the baneful fog.
That's me.
Has the land found its savior? Or have the demons found a new slave?
New slave. I'm savior. I'm built for savior. Yes, I would like to play the journey to the Nexus.
Brave soul who fears not death. I shall guide you.
"60 FPS might be messing with the cutscenes a little. There is a little jitter here.
So that you may lull the old one back
Oh, I
to
think
slumber.
it's cleaning up. Never mind. Probably just compiling shooters. Okay. So, one thing I did not realize about that intro was them saying that it's the 12th king of Boletaria. we're 12th in line, 12th something. I didn't catch I don't remember the exact word because I was listening to the rest as well. Turn that up a little bit. That should look better. Yeah. 12th king. And that, started using the power of the souls, and that's what brought the fog, which is then when the demons came. A lot of that art you can see in there, I think. Well, I think it's concept art, which is not not surprising. I mean, it looks like concept art. It's very, like, wow, we're so heavy, wow. Oh, let me take this off. How much does that clear out? Equip burden. It's 35. It took off like less than a pound. Oh, well, that's why it's less than a pound. Look at that. Oh. Is the audio fucked up, or is it just in that location? Do something. Let's test the audio before we move forward, before I start talking a bunch. Seems fine. Is it just in the water? Is it just in that spot, maybe? Okay, maybe it's just the game loading just a bit. Oh. Oh, it seems like it's kind of happening again. Ooh, that's kind of bad, actually. Alright, let me see about handling that. Alright, we're gonna stop for a bit. Alright. Well, I think I figured it out. The only shame is that it involved turning off VSync, which means there might be some screen tearing sometimes. How bad that is. You can see it on the recording even. Alright. It's there, but I think for this playthrough, I think that'll be fine. I think that'll be fine. I think we can work with that. Alright, I'll have to figure out how to put those two pieces of the video together. I'm still a little bit new to this, this sort of stuff. And I don't know if... I thought there was a building back there. I could be wrong. Maybe that's a remake thing. Maybe I'm remembering from the remake. Or we could be having like shader load-in issues, something weird like that. Let's assume that's exactly how it is. And that makes sense because we're coming in from outside of Boletaria, outside of the fog. We've got a little buddy here, so he just wants to listen to the lore. That's okay. He looks a little downtrodden, so. So yes, we are back. We're fat rolling. It's amazing. Anyways, so King Allant goes off and discovers the power of souls, which then allows Boletaria, this guy right here, he's a Boletarian. People like this guy, people like you, to prosper because of the power of souls. And souls are so good. That's what it sounds like. This is a very like fantastical kingdom, so it's understandable that that souls were used in a way to accelerate this kingdom's growth. I mean, later on we're gonna see some areas that could not have been like so easily constructed, traversed, carved out by human hands, and I'm guessing that is through the power of souls that those things were possible. Anyways, right here we have one of those lucky Boltarians. He looks great. I noticed while we were standing around, he's got these like slashes on the back of his head, like he's... Oh, that's right. I think this is, this guy's set is called the slave set, or at least the slave's shield, I think. So those might be like lashings, possibly. And we will definitely see some enemies carrying whips later. I think I know who's responsible for the whippings you might see on these dreglings, as they're called. He's got a broken straight sword. It's got a cute little ring on the bottom of it. I forget what that's for. I've seen that on swords before. I don't know if that's for like a way of like holstering it, or if it's just like a design thing. I don't know. Mine doesn't have it. Mine has a little point and like a longer, flatter cross guard. Got a cute little shield with a cute little dragon on it. And I got my duck mask. It is a little bit of a silly helmet. It is a little... Because it extends a little further than... Oh my god, you can actually see your eyes through. That's kind of creepy. It extends a little further, as you can see. Also look a bit round in the head. Does my character's head actually... the distance might... The space might be... No, it's just the head is just... The helmet is just bigger than the head. Oh, you can even see a little spot. I assume those holes on the side are for hearing, like for sound to get through, so that it's not all coming just through the front of the mask. And of course, the opening in the... I forget what the thing is called, the thing that folds down, but for the breathe. For him to breathe, and then you've got the eye holes, of course. I really like... I think it's specifically like the lines on this, on the chest plate, and a little bit on the shoulder and arms there. It gives it some really nice texture to what would just be like a flat steel plate otherwise. And I can't speak on it because I'm not like expert in weapons or armor or anything like that. But I think it would make it absorb impacts better, or would make less of it come into contact with the armor at once, potentially like be better. I'm not 100% sure. That's just speculation. I like that it's got the one asymmetrical piece of design, the big shoulder pad. I love a big shoulder guard. I love a big shoulder guard. In Halo Reach, I would always have one huge shoulder pad and one small one on my custom Spartan. That reminds me of that. The left arm, or the right arm, is more unarmored. I'm guessing for the sake of more freedom for like weapon usage, and then the left arm is more armored because that would be your blocking arm. But if you live in a right-handed world, of course, through and through, and I guess we do. I mean, look at this guy; he's right-handed too. It's crazy. Got this little pouch on her back. It looks like it could carry a small journal or like a little pocket book or something. And then the legs, and of course we've got, it's the Augite of Guidance, right? That's what it's called. Oh, Augite of Souls. All right, let's get into item descriptions so we can get moving. I'll go to a stone radiant with the light of souls. The color of the light changes according to the souls in the area. Oh. It was made by Gary. Or Jerry? Guri? A friend of Sage Freak, who is known for his magical crafts. Since it's light and easy to handle, it is widely used by travelers. Okay. That I didn't know about the light changing according to the souls in the area. Is that an indicator of tendency, maybe? Either that or it's just so that you can have a different ambient lighting for each area. One to better blend in with the aesthetic, maybe? Crescent moongrass, a medicinal herb named for the lunar phase. Covers a small amount of users' HP. The effect of moon herbs changes according to the condition they're in. Crescent moon herbs are picked when they are very young. Half moon grass. The effect of moon herbs. Oh, okay, the only one that changes is the last sentence. Half moon herbs are picked up when they are withered. I keep defaulting to saying herbs. That's not right. Okay, I guess this is just a grass that heals, that grows in these lands. I guess outside of Boletaria too, if I arrived with some. So that's nice. Royal Lotus. The petal of a crimson flower that floats in the water, removes poison from the user's body. This flower became famous as an ornament of nobility because of its beauty. I guess that's why it's called a Royal Lotus. Makes sense. Got weapons. Long sword. A standard straight sword. Straight swords are the most standard and versatile weapon. Yeah, no shit. In addition to its stable standard attack type against most targets, it has a powerful thrusting attack. It does indeed. I really like a thrusting attack. Mailbreaker. An extremely small rapier. It has no blade and therefore can pierce even hard armor. I think that's worded a bit weirdly. It's just to say it's like you're not slashing with it, it's for the point at the end. That's the stabbing part. Rapiers have a narrow attack range but deal heavy damage. Is that so, really? Do they? I don't know about that. They work well against metal armor and hard scales, but are easily parried and have difficulty breaking enemies' guard. Oh, yeah. That sounds about right. A medium-sized metal shield used by the soldiers of the comparatively more advanced region of southern Boletaria. The crest of the yellow dragon signifies the soldier's low rank. Hey, come on! So does this imply that, like, me as an outsider, I'm coming from southern Boletaria? Because we're in northern Boletaria, which I guess is the capital, because it's where the king is. And the intro starts out talking about the land of northern Boletaria. And then we have, lastly, our set, of course. This is a unisex armor, but the design changes when it is on a female player character. That's why I picked a male, because I don't like how the female one looks. It doesn't have the cool helmet. It's like the best part of the design. An iron helmet with finely cut grooves. It is used by the knights of the relatively advanced region of southern Boletaria. The fine grooves are designed to enhance the protective effect of the thin iron sheet. I'm so smart. See, I knew before even reading the description. Its heaviness slightly impedes stamina regeneration. Oh, look. There's a period after grooves in the chest piece, but a comma in the second one. Oh, this is a little different. There's just like weird little slight changes between them for some reason. Okay. I guess we're from southern Boletaria then. I was gonna say something, but I'm forgetting. Alright, well I think we've seen everything we can see here for now. Unless... not really. We can see this. I love that the model indicating player's soul tendency is just like default naked person standing in like almost A pose. His arms are a little bent. So that's something. Alright. Fun fact about this tutorial is that you cannot die to anyone but the Vanguard Demon at the end. So you can get to 1 HP, and not even, I believe, fall damage can kill you. Excuse me. But the Vanguard Demon has to deal the killing blow, or you can die to Dragon God. Dragon God. Yeah. You think I might know these controls, believe it or not. Little tutorial logo in the corner. This must be like an outpost of some kind. Like, I mean, you can tell by how barren it is and how really lightly protected it is that this is not like a super important place to anybody in Boletaria, I don't think. We're just gonna fat roll for a bit, I'm fine with that, really. One thing that's a little unfortunate about this game is it doesn't have an effect that later Souls games get. It doesn't always work in later Souls games, but the intention of your camera being able to peer through objects like this grass. Because I always find that like I want to go parry this guy when I'm coming through here, but this happens and then I'm left wondering when the fuck he's swinging. Also, the parry timing is generally tighter in this game, so. Oh yeah, look at that. That's good stuff right there. These are still lit, so I'm guessing the Dreglings, excuse me, I almost call them hollows, like an absolute normie, are still lighting these braziers, I think? I think that's the right term. You can see a fake player ghost. Ow. Let's try and do a little parry. It's really late for Demon Souls. It's way later than you're thinking, especially if you're coming from Dark Souls 1. Oh, we can see outside of it. I see some boys waiting for us. There's a pure fucking skeleton right here, which is kind of crazy. It's really hard for a body to exist in an actively used space like this and become a skeleton. Maybe this is like a... What the hell could this spot be? This is a weird room. It's not a prison. I don't even know what this is. This could be a... This could be like a torture rack or something, but it kind of looks like the lead sail of a boat. This is a big blocked door with a blocked window, so no idea what's out there. Another guy. It's very dark in here. That one's not lit. These guys are slacking a bit. Some more flour or wheat and barrels of some sort. A deadman. Oh, a fluted night deadman. Maybe he's from southern Boletaria as well? Who knows? It's hard to say. I think it mentioned the Mention the borders of Boletaria. Well, that water looks like snot. um, that almost looks like an outer wall, or like maybe like a. I don't know. I don't know what that could be. That could be a bridge as well. A really, really serious bridge if it is one, but it could be. Yeah, there's that. There's nothing really else out there, just some trees. If I came here, I guess I came here from that direction, past the mountains, like following the water. And if this is like a guard, like a distant outer border, I guess we must be near the border because we came from the other side of we came through the fog to get here, I believe. Which means, yeah, it's closing in on its borders, just what the cutscene said. I forgot backsteps in this game too. Just no jumping, really. Hey, buddy. You gonna yump at me? Oh, I got him. Oh, man, I can use this parry timing. I've been doing the DS3 parry run, which is... my timing might be off a bit. Sorry, excuse me. It's like a little marsh. This water looks pretty good, all things considered, actually. The splash effects desired, but like just as it stands, it's a nice texture. I don't have any. The only graphical mods I have on are a 60 FPS and a what is the other one? Oh, I think motion blur turned off as well, maybe? I forget. The 60 FPS is the one that matters, and yeah, I know we're getting a little bit of screen tearing, but way preferable over the audio. Fucking audio bugs that shit was. Don't want to deal with that. I think the remake puts an item over here, but I don't think there's anything here in this version. This is a cute little courtyard. Nothing super significant. It's nice that there's an outflow for the water here. I wonder if by like these raised platforms, if that's to indicate that this water was a little higher at one point. I mean, based on how high these are as drainage ports, and that this looks like a bridge. It's not impossible. I guess that door would be kind of low if it was any higher. It would be a little too low for the water. So this is just raised by coincidence. And this is a big old build. This seems kind of ornate, actually, for just an outpost. So maybe it's a little more than that? You'd think it would be a bit more utilitarian if it was an outpost. How much do I need to drop to fast roll? Because I do not want to fight... or mid-roll. I do not want to fight, Vanguard. Mid-roll. Boy, heavy. Oh, goodness. Okay. Can we put anything back on? Yeah. We might have to go shirtless for a bit. Okay, that's fine. And shirtless and no shield. We'll just do this for the boss fight because I very much want to make sure I defeat this boss. That parry is fast. We got a little shirt strap. I believe the point of this is actually for when you put your... if you have a secondary weapon when you put it on your back. Now this. What in the hell is this thing? I don't know. It's an arch stone. And it looks like it's poked into something that is... To me, that almost looks like the face of an elephant. Like, you see the little tusk and the eye right there? But I don't think that's what it's supposed to be. I don't know. It's like some kind of... Maybe it's supposed to be like a weird skull? It almost looks like there's a little one on the bottom too, like another glowing sword. I have no clue what it could be, really. And then of course there is a sword design. This might be the same sword that is in the Nexus. Well, I actually have to look when we get there, I don't know. But it reminds me of it a little bit. For now, this is an archstone. It's here. I don't know the significance of the archstone. I don't know. We haven't read anything about it, and there's nothing you can really tell other than it teleports us when we touch it. That's just how that works. And here we are. We're not far from where we were, but we'll be able to see that same courtyard, I think. I don't know about this parry. Oh. That's good enough. Still good enough. These guys are a little more armored than what we've seen. They've got almost like a Darth Vader. Oh, look at this guy. He's in a position. This doesn't help that he looks like he's stabbing himself. It looks like he has the non-broken version of the same sword that the Draglings had, because it's got the little ring on the bottom. He actually looks like RoboCop to me right now. But he's got chainmail, a little vest, knee and arm guards, or knee and ankle and wrist guards, I don't know what you can call it. Do you have anything on your butt? Pull over for me. No, not all the way. Man, that's serious ragdoll. I wonder if the 60 FPS mod is making that more intense. Alright, he's got nothing on his back. He does have a nice sheath. There's a fucking campfire here. I guess that's how you know that they're roughing it. And they got the rocks here, so you know they do this shit regularly. Or they must. We got a little storage area. Parry, trust me, I know. A pit, a good place if you were trying to slay a Sith Lord for him to fall. I don't know what the fuck this is. So this is gotta be more than an outpost, right? Where would this connect to? Like, what would this need to go this far down for? There's like arches here, or like supports, indicating that like, I don't know, that could mean a lot of things. The hell, the bridge we're on right now looks like haphazardly constructed after the fact, as if there was like a collapse of a former stone bridge, or that maybe it ran to here and you had to go through this way instead. My throat's getting a little itchy. I have a cough drop. That's better. But yeah, we see some destruction, so that's one possibility. Is there stone underneath? No. Alright. And then this wall's looks busted open too, so the bridge is like a makeshift repair. See a lot of destruction. It actually looks like something, it looks like something fell through the sky and like just fell down a death pit. Maybe this place runs really deep and there were a bunch of wooden floors here and it just crashed right through it all. I don't know. Here's a stairway. I think this supports that like this could have been blocked off. this could have been blocked off as well. You would think it would be a good place for a door, but, you know, I'm not an architect. What do I know? This guy. This guy's got some crazy armor going on. Oh, the face delights when he dies. I wanted to get a better look at that. Well, anyways, they have a glowing face. I don't know whether that's to indicate they are in, like, soul form, perhaps? I guess they would have to be trapped by the Nexus, or... they would have to still be human, I think, to be able to go soul form, so I guess it's not that. I don't know what causes them to glow. I guess that could be effective, like, having more demon souls on them, because they do drop more souls. But they have a much more, like, almost like ritualistic looking armor. It's got all those, like, sharp kind of fantasy designs about it. More angular, more engravings. I don't know if there's anything to be seen of them. I think they might just be like... You can see it on the chest plate there. It's just like, I don't know, it almost looks like vines or like plants. Are we doing? That's a magical little dance. And then they've got a weird, kind of weird shield, a little on the thinner side, with a big round shape in the middle. And yeah, that sounds not much to say. Another guy here. Well, it's not a blue face as much as it is like blue glow emanating through the face-like holes. I guess they're for a face, but with the energy coming through, they look more, it makes it look like a ghostly face. He's the same, so. Again, more signs that this place was like... I guess this place was attacked by demons. If the demons came from the fog, they would have started at the border and made their way in. Although something I have learned, like, later on makes it seem like that might be contradictory. I don't know. Let's just take it as we have it now and see what we learn later. Again, more... pits good for killing Sith Lords, and another hastily constructed pathway. A half moon. Some hanging... You can call those chains. I don't know if those are supposed to be like chains, or if those are supposed to be something different, but if they're supposed to be chains, that's quite a funny way to do it. Like, the interlinkingness is lost by the fact, well, they aren't interlinking. There's like a small little connector piece between them. Yeah, there's a good look at it. It's weird. Stairs, more chains. Punch this guy. I forgot Fist can actually do kind of decent. That wasn't like 0 damage. That guy had a little crossbow. This is another starter class, right? This is like the holy starter class, I think. I know they have one with one or two with the like chainmail headdress kind of thing. I think that might be the holy starting class. That's another failed visitor, maybe. This archer's got a slightly different helmet. Looks a bit like a... This looks like a hat, honestly. Oh, this is like going under a bridge that was blown open in the middle. It seems like a really dangerous setup. And then we've got some soup. I assume this is meant to be eaten. This looks like food not like weapons melting. Oh yeah, there's like food stains all over the ground as well. Oh, so slow. What is this, Elden Ring? Do a normal swipe, please. Like, okay. Good enough. We can't die, so I'm not worried about it. Yeah, I guess this is this. I don't know. I guess I'm sure they probably cook soup like this in some parts of the world. Or this is like a stew. It looks disgusting. This looks like chum bucket food. Oh, that's horrible. That bowl don't look clean either. You can see what could be blood and what could be tomatoes, tomato smush, as well as like the green might just be moss. This brown, that could be more of the soup. And they've actually got the foodstuffs here. That makes sense. It almost looks like someone was carrying some ingredients and just like fell down the stairs super hard and spilt them everywhere. They could also be blood. It depends on if they represent blood by like old blood with what it would be on the ground, which is like a dark brown, like this. But there's also like these red stains. So I don't know if it's supposed to be blood or if it's supposed to be like chicken broth. This is a funny setup in that, like, if you really wanted to, you could throw your veggies in the soup from up above. I'm not sure what else these platforms up here what the purpose of them would be. Maybe this wasn't originally a room for cooking. I don't know. Maybe it was a torture room. That's why there's chains. They just converted some kind of torture burning device into a big soup device instead. Hey, buddy. See, you can't die. Oh, come on. Oh. Once we get into the actual world, I might not parry as much, because I'm not as good at it in this game. Ah, here's the staircase we went through. And this might have been this might be the first part of the tutorial area I was thinking of that we can see. It's blocked off because the gate is closed. So yeah. This room that the Vanguard demon is in. It looks like a prison. Like they're keeping him here, but they could be, since they're all like, I think these are all like soul starved, like mad, like they're like crazy. They could be worshiping him, I guess, and like maybe bringing him like sacrifices. I guess if there's any corpses in the room, we'll know. I'll go heavy. I'll do it genuinely. If we don't get past them, we'll see Dragon God later. It's not a big deal. Hey, big guy. Tried to roll out of my block there, didn't work too well. Ugh. Fat roll, oh boy. At least the damage is better than most starting classes. This guy's got an interesting design. He looks like he wasn't meant to fly. Like his demon species, I guess, wasn't meant to fly. I think the roll keeps me low enough to the ground that, like, even if I don't have the eye effect, I'll be fine. We need to get you out of this corner, man. destructible environment. Very cool. This classic music style I love. I absolutely love the music from this game. Silly as some might find it. Look at that one. That one, he arches so far back. Weird attack. He's got wings that look like they almost aren't made for him. He's got little spikes on his body. He's got 3 eyes, 2 horns, and a big belly. Maybe he's like a bit of a gluttonous demon of sorts. Wait, see, that's the one that'll catch you if you're staying behind him. You can see some ghosts in here. They're player ghosts to, oh, they're fake ones, but they're to help emphasize that multiplayer feature. I might turn down the game a little after this because it looks like it's peaking a bit. I don't know how actually loud it is. I don't know if this is a tail or if it's a spike. Like, well, they're like, they almost look like non-horns on his, like they're not actually made of like a horn material. They're more like weird growths. He's got like a kind of funny mouth too. It's like very thin, sharp teeth. For someone with his size. A little more menacing, I suppose. You know, he has the name Vanguard, and that, I suppose that might be indicative of his role here. Although, I don't know the dictionary definition of Vanguard, so I couldn't tell you what that means. Let's turn the audio down just maybe to 7. That seems a bit better. That seems a bit better. I want to make sure I'm not too much quieter than the game. And the Grey Demon's soul, which seemed to be like it was held in the Archstone. Like the Archstone had captured it. So maybe each Archstone, I mean, excluding the one back there, I believe pretty much every Archstone we see is either the starting level one or where we'll kill a demon. And I guess maybe that is how they are created someplace. A powerful enough demon has to die on the spot for one of these to exist. Although, it does seem a little odd. Let's read this. The soul of the demon Vanguard. It radiates a strong power. Grants the holder a large number of souls when used. Alternatively, it can be made into spells, miracles, or weapons. Well, that wasn't as deep as I thought it was going to be. Unknown soldier's soul, the remnant of a nameless soldier's spirit that remained in its corpse. Use it and the souls will be added to your stock. Even if you leave this be, it will only become nourishment for demons. In which case, well, I mean, how am I going to pass up on this? I mean, well, it's just going to make them stronger. That's what the description says. The description wouldn't fuck with me. Alright. And yeah, like, I don't know, the door is so thin that this almost looks like it was built around him. Because I don't know how, maybe he was smaller when they first put him in here. And then as they fed him souls, he got really big. And maybe they used him as a way to, like, execute prisoners. Something, I don't know. There's no corpses here, so if they did send anyone here, he was eating them, I guess. That's the only thing I can assume. There's a couple lights in here. I don't know what brave soul keeps them lit. Maybe the Vanguard demon can crack his horn again, or his hammer, or what is it? It's an axe. His axe against the wall and make a little spark, I guess. And I guess he really, maybe because they went mad down there, that he hasn't been fed in a while, because he destroyed all these pillars fighting me, but that's never happened before. I guess that would lay credence to maybe the idea they were just sending prisoners in here to get eaten who had nothing to defend themselves with, so you could just come over, pick them up, eat them. Nice little, large Big Mac. Sure, take me to an area. What a welcoming noise. Is that still peaking even with the audio turned down? Oh, almost. It goes into the yellow, that's for sure. Oh, that was really bassy, that last one. Oh, it is peaking. Oh my god, just relax, big guy. Here, let's let's preempt the let's keep the sound effects a little lower. I want to keep the music and the voice on. Hopefully that makes him not peak at least. Oh. See, crackling audio, even with the VSync on, it's a little bit of crackling, but I don't know if that's the same issue. This area? I have no clue what this area could be. This could be... He is a dragon god. Maybe this is a former place of worship. This is a intentionally built wall to block this path, so... There was something back there at some point. But they built a wall in front of it to make it a dead end. Maybe this is part of Dragon God's prison and not a place of worship. But given like the design of these bricks, this place does look very. It gives less of a prison vibe and more of a worship vibe. Design, in terms of design. Oh, that little crackle. Oh, that's very irritating. I don't know if the video picks that up. Hopefully, that ends when we get out of this spot. Lots of corpses. Ow. Another fluted night. Another, the Faith starter class. That could also be the Faith starter class. Those seem to be the two main armored corpses they have. You can see some weapons on the ground. Broken weapons. Wow, look at that. That's like a tiny dragon bone smasher. Look at that. It's similar in design at least. I don't know if any other greatsword in the game looks like that. That's interesting. I didn't notice that. Some skeletons for good effect. Hey, big guy. Whoa. What nice tooth you got. Ouch. Oh, spinning. I hope that is not a sign of my, controller having disconnected. That would be very irritating.
Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended.
Oh, that's Dark Souls 1 summoning sound.
This is the Nexus. It holds together the northern land of Boletaria. Thou canst not exit the Nexus. Each of the 5 archstones will connect them to
Okay, thank God the camera is not still spinning. You have died, and the Nexus has trapped your soul. You cannot escape the Nexus. Awesome. However, by capturing demon souls, you can reclaim your physical body. I did not mean to walk away and skip that, but an axial binding. And now we are graced by the best music one could wish for. And is that supposed to be silent while soul form? I know you're supposed to be quiet while in soul form, but I don't know about this quiet. This is very quiet. That sounds wrong because I feel the vibration on the controller. Alright, well I'll look into that later just to make sure that's not like a missing sound thing. I can hear my sword and my shield. My headbutt works. I don't know if that's supposed to be silent. I know it's supposed to be quiet, but I thought there was still like a little bit of sound. Anyways, there's this place is crazy. There's so much to talk about here, but just one thing at a time. That's all we need.
Well, you slipped through the fissure too, did you? You came for demon souls? Or to save this land and be remembered as a hero? Hunting for demons? Try one of the archstones. Now, go. That is why you came, is it not? To this accursed Boletaria?
Well, thank you, crestfallen merchant. Crestfallen merchant. Stop looking at me. I want to look at your face. That's a build, all right.
You came for demon souls? Or to save this land and be remembered as a hero? It's all the same. You're just another prisoner of the Nexus. We're welcome here, as long as we keep slashing up demons.
I'm actually the hero. If you can see. In the debug mode, in the identifier, I'm the player character.
You came for demon souls?
Okay. Okay, well, you don't have as much dialogue as the first crestfallen, or the DS1 crestfallen guy, so that's something. What did we all get from Dragon Man area? Mostly souls, and I think some of our first Sharpstone, Hardstone, yada yada stone. Yeah, a little bit more poppable souls. You actually don't lose the souls you earned in the tutorial, which is nice. I guess it has something to do with the Nexus capturing you. It's probably just a gameplay thing. I don't think there's much to be read into there, but it is nice. Normally, I feel like they would just take those from you. Oh, we got the Nexial Binding. That's right. The symbol of those imprisoned in the Nexus. Having this ties you to the Nexus. Even if you lose your physical body, you cannot die, and your soul remains trapped in the Nexus. The Nexial binding sends the user back to the Nexus upon death, but all souls collected will be lost. So it's like a literal prison ankle bracelet. In a way. It's just keeping us stuck to this very spiritual place. The sword is much higher up than I thought it was. I wanted to compare it to the Archstone. I think it is. I think I'm right though. I think it is the same like shapes as the Archstone. And I think this is right. I think this is correct. I think if I were to body up, which I don't think I can yet, but we can look around this place a bit later, like design-wise. Mostly just gonna talk to NPCs now, and then hit 1-1, as they call it. This guy's very depressed. He's, you know, he's the usual thing they want to portray, and the message, obviously, they're always trying to get across with this guy is like, if you're if you don't keep your wits about you and keep your spirits high, this is how you're gonna end up. You're gonna be like him. You're gonna be crestfallen like him, as they say. Although I think the effect is a little more gotten across with the concept of hollowing being like a bigger focus in Dark Souls. Going soul-starved and mad here, whatever the appropriate term is for it, is like it's definitely an important mechanic of like the setup and the setting. But I think you can easily go without really. I don't think we're gonna learn too much more about it as a concept. Whereas like hollowing is such a big focus in Dark Souls. Anyways, Shard of Hardstone. A shard of hard ore enhances straight swords, axes, hammers, and so on. A basic ore that evenly increases the power of a weapon. Weapons can be strengthened by hardstone up to a maximum level of 10. Enhances daggers, curved swords, spears, and so on. Yeah, same thing really. Hey buddy.
You new here? You here for my services? My name's Baldwin.
Baldwin.
Just
You are
ordinary
bald.
blacksmith. It's simple.
Baldwin.
Just bring me all the souls you can. In trade, I'll give you weapons, or forge ones you already have. With your souls, I can eke out a living. And with my weapons, you can go on living. Not a bad deal, huh?
Sure.
Perhaps you've already heard, but there's another blacksmith at the entrance of
Oh.
Stonefang Mine.
Really?
He's an eccentric old man, but he knows his trade well. He's the only sane one left in a town of soul-starved men. If you do meet him, yeah, well, forget it. That stubborn old ne'er-do-well will just ignore you.
Maybe.
There aren't enough blacksmiths in this temple to handle all the work. Only certain ores can be used to forge weapons, but you'll just have to make do. And be thankful that I'm still of good health.
Okay.
And be thankful.
Alright. He is bald. That is all I got from that conversation. I definitely want to use. I actually genuinely want to use the longsword for like a long while. Long time sword. So we're actually gonna stick with it. Is there anything worth buying from you? A short sword, which is silly. 53 guard break reduction. And oh, this reads a bit differently than Dark Souls, that's for sure. Hold on. Let me
Do come.
I didn't mean to skip that. Let me read mine. 55. It's a little better. And I don't know how you read the. I guess the guard value is just damage reduction 10/30. Maybe 10, maybe or 100. Maybe 100 is physical, and the other one is like non-physical damage.
In trade with your soul.
Yeah. You already heard that one. Let me see this. 130. I don't know. Medium-sized metal shield, since it is easy to handle, its use is widespread, especially among the soldiers of the church. Okay. A standard axe. It is a versatile weapon with a standard attack type, reliable against many opponents. Following through with one's swing and landing the hit will deal a direct hit, which does more damage than normal. Is that a weird way to indicate, like, the Dark Souls 1 or the Dark Souls mechanic? I think it's also present here, where if you miss with a weapon, you have a longer recovery animation, I think, on axes, or maybe it's just certain axes, but that is a weird way to hear it, to have it read, especially direct hit being capitalized is odd. This is pretty much the same as the longsword. A dagger. A standard dagger. A slashing weapon that inflicts heavy damage on soft flesh, but has an extra A there, has a limited effect on metal armor and hard scales. Daggers are very effective after parrying as well as in close range stabs from behind. Ooh. Standard arrow, used with a bow. Range attacks require that both the bow and arrows be equipped. Yeah. A standard bolt used with a crossbow. Same thing, really. And then fresh spice. A sweet-smelling spice which soothes the soul, recovers some of the user's MP. It is used by royalty as a luxury, and by the magician as a necessary. I wonder what the luxury part of it is. So if the magician uses it for the FP, but what would the royalty need it for? Maybe it's just tasty. Maybe it's just like a delicacy, like a nice. That's just a spice. Maybe it's like weed. Ed's grindstone, a sharpening stone used by Ed, the blacksmith of Stonefang. Reduces the wear on the right-hand weapon and restores its durability. It's kind of funny that you have this, Baldwin. This is Ed's grindstone. Kind of weird. Okay, sure.
No interest, eh? I can tell you're not gonna last long here.
I upgraded my weapon with you, bro. I looked at your whole inventory. Don't talk to me like that. This guy. Stop, I want to look at your funny face. You have, oh, it's too close range. We need to get the binoculars so that we can, actually, I don't know if there is a binocular. No, yeah, the brass telescope. We need to get that so we can look at people's funny faces.
I'm Stockpile Thomas. When the scourge came, I didn't know what hit me. When I came to, I found myself here, in the Nexus. My wife and daughter fell victim to the demons. But I would be worthless in battle. At the very least, I hope to lend my assistance to you brave slayers of demons.
Oh, that's me. Brave.
I would be happy to lighten your load and look after any excess baggage.
Of course. I would love to give you my baggage. Take these useless dex stones. And take this dumb weapon. No want.
Rest assured, your goods are safe and sound with me. Best of luck to you.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. You see, he's cheering. You know, for wife and daughter gone, he's looking on the up. He's keeping his spirits up.
When the scourge came, I abandoned my wife and daughter and fled like a madman.
You mean a coward?
When I came to, I was in the Nexus. I haven't dared venture outside these walls since. I wish I could do more, but I am ignorant of the world beyond these walls.
So he must have died to end up here, I suppose, to a demon, because he doesn't remember it, but obviously he can't really defend himself because he's such a huge coward.
That candle maiden cared for me during my first days
Oh.
in Nexus. She says very little, but has a kind heart. She's just the age my young daughter would have been.
Oh,
The poor, poor girl. Trapped here with her eyes occluded by wax. If only something could be done to help her.
so he's been here for a while. If his daughter would be relatively, I mean, like that's like the Maiden in Black's an adult woman, I think. I assume by the looks.
If only something could be done to help her.
Oh yeah, the wax in the eyes. It's no
Best
good.
of luck to you.
No good. Nobody wants wax in the eyes. That's for sure. The silence is fucking with me. It makes me think something's wrong with the the game. Hello, lady.
Oh my. How has this happened? Has God abandoned us for failing to show proper respect to King Alant? Oh, Mbasa.
Oh, Bossa.
Oh, Mbasa.
Oh, Bossa. She's got a little box of gems. Either she's really into astrology and chakras and all that, or that is like a collections box, and that this is a. We don't need to get into it, you know. I think enough has been said already. I didn't actually look at stockpile too. I mean, he's got a lot of stuff. I'm guessing that's like, maybe that's some of these guys' stuff. I guess, or other players. He's got a very interesting outfit. It almost looks like there's like crossbow bolts on his arms for quick reloading. Maybe he owned a crossbow. Just makes him more of a coward to have not tried to use it to defend his wife and daughter, maybe. And you got all the standard blacksmith affair here. I like that there is a bucket of water for him to cool his tools, although I don't know why the handle of that hammer is in there. It's a nice detail. And this guy's got jack shit because he's oh, what does it matter? What does it matter? What does he need? He doesn't need nothing. There's nothing left for him to need. Is there a guy over here? I don't think so. I also don't think the Maiden in Black is accessible right now. I think she is. She's charging her Switch upstairs, I think. But we'll just scan for another NPC, because I don't want to... When we get back from when we finish 1-1 is probably when we'll dive into the well that is discerning the design of this place and like what it might actually mean. There's a little light right there, and I wonder if it's not on the other side. I wonder if that's to indicate like, hey, an NPC sitting there, catch your eye a bit more. Maybe. See right there. Maybe it's just a hole in the ceiling. They do love that one. Little god rays. You can see the sword is a normal sword, actually. She's also got a spear? Or it's almost like a pole arm, actually. And I kinda can't tell if that's supposed to be a man or a woman. But there are like archstone swords all around her. And a big light from above that I can't really see the source of. Might be the source of all the light in here besides some of the little candles that the maiden keeps in. And then yeah, this door, if you want to call it that, is shut right now, so we're gonna have to move on. And yes, you know what? I'm gonna keep going fat. I'm gonna keep fat rolling. Don't worry, we're gonna get some. Is it endurance in this game? I think so. It's either endurance, health, or strength. One of those also raises equip burden, but I want to wear this. I want to wear this armor. this thing. This like these designs, whatever you want to call this. It reminds me of Gallifreyan text from Doctor Who, but I really like it. I don't know, aesthetically, it's like, it's one of those, it's a very fancy design, or it's a very convoluted design, but it's not enough to like hurt the eyes to look at, because there's nothing actually to latch onto. There's a lot of symbols. There's some text that I don't know if is actually readable. Arnherer? Maybe it's like Latin or something. I don't know. I don't speak Latin. It almost looks like English, but I don't know. I'm none too worried about it. Alright. Bolitarian Palace. A huge stone castle in the heart of the northern kingdom of Boletaria. Hungry soldiers whose souls have been stolen by demons attack trespassers, and terrible dragons nest there. Well, that sounds awful. Let's go. Little bald child. Yes, yes. Whoa, whoa. Look at all those corpses. Goodbye. Fun fact about that cutscene: the rocks that he kicks up in his landing are like the physics of that is generated every time it happens. So every time it happens, it's actually a unique rock explosion. They do stuff like that in Dark Souls 1 as well with the. You can see it with the crow feathers in the. When in the cutscene when you leave the asylum. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, that fact about the rocks and that cutscene, the explosion being randomized. I learned that through the Illusionary Wall video. If you're interested in niche like programming and like design details like that, absolutely check out Illusionary Wall. There's a lot of really interesting videos about these games and how they work. So, this palace is big. They weren't kidding. It is indeed big. But let's focus on the small. I say small. Look at this gate. This is definitely the front gate. This is the main entrance to the city? I suppose so. This could be not a, like, populated area. This could be more of a, like, outer defense wall. Well, it's like some of the areas we get to later are more like the actual residential areas for, like, upper class. This definitely could be a, an area where, like, trading or something like that happen, because there's lots of barrels, lots of goods. It looks like a place traders and markets may have coalesced. Can't say for certain. They got barricades here now, which I guess was maybe for the demons when the demons arrived. We gotta confirm if the demons arrived and were welcomed in because of Alaunt, or if their arrival was more. Oh, I can't be losing health now. Ooh, that actually made my shield bounce. Your little draggling shield. All right, that's fine. I should take the full off. The full and the late. I should get. I don't need to hold those. More barrels. Dead horse. really not that old of a corpse. I don't know what that means about whether or not my theory is correct about this being like a trading epicenter, because that hasn't been here too long. I don't know. I'm not like an expert on decomposing corpses, but it looks like it hasn't been more than a month since this thing died. Hard to say. Also, you may or may not have noticed the ledge, which I think is this one right here, that the dragon breaks. It actually kind of looks like it's offset from the others, like, maybe, but it doesn't stay broken, because you could get down there. They don't want you getting down there. And then for now we have this little side path. We can't go over there yet. Not yet. It's blocked by a door. Door doesn't even have an interact prompt, so you as a new player, you wouldn't think anything of it. You think it's just set dressing. But you see there's items over there. You can see the crystal lizard. An unknown soldier soul. A little more stray fire. Some little crows. Goodbye. Ooh. Ow. Play a little safer. That's what I was saying, because I don't want to... I really don't want to mar this playthrough by like a shit ton of deaths or anything like that. Thankfully this game is pretty easy, all things considered. That's why I'm like fine with being fat roll, really. Another thing we can see here is we're starting to see some variation in that Dragling armor, which is cool. They've got like little bits of wood strapped to them. It's like the closest thing these guys can get to armor. Same broken sword, it seems. But they're doing what they can to skimp by, you know. Oh, ow! I thought he would get stuck on the geometry of that thing. I just need those little trees up there. This is quite a... It's a very pretty vista, even for, you know, the somewhat aged graphics. I'm just realizing these steps... Oh, hey, actually, I was about to say these steps probably wouldn't be good for carts. But look at that, they actually have a little path here for the wheel of the carts. And it looks like it's sized well too. That's cool. That's a cool detail. It also gives more variation to the steps, so it looks nice. But yeah, this is a pretty valley, but it also gives a really nice sense of scale. Compared to some of the later areas, which get a bit cramped, it's nice to have like really big vistas like this to start with. I guess it makes more sense that like harder areas would get more tightly packed together as the game goes on. These are already destroyed. I don't think that's interesting. Have this funny little Darth Maul pit. And the crossbowman up here. He struggles a bit. It's okay. He's trying his best. This is such an interesting way to attempt to mislead new players. I don't know what the exact intention is here. This is using an item we don't have yet, called Soul Remains, I believe. If we throw one down once we get them, you'll see they look similar to this, which attract soul-starved enemies. And so maybe this is a purposefully laid out death trap to help pick off a few extra soul-starved enemies. But as you can see, the Dreglings we just fought, they didn't really care. So, hard to say. Ow! Forgot about that guy. It's fine, it's fine. We're making do. Got this little banister here. I don't know what symbol that could represent. Some cute little books. That looks like the game cover of Oblivion. It's kind of funny. And then this. That's another symbol. I don't know. It could be like an arrowhead. But it could also just be like whatever. It could just be like a symbol. There's some baguettes. Some fruit. Some more books. Cups. The same symbol again. It's like a little rest area for some soldiers, I guess. Maybe like the where the guards of the front gate take shifts. They that's where they would sleep since it's close to the front gate, and they could like cycle. These guys have shields now, or at least that guy had a shield, which the tutorial guys didn't. More storage. That one, that was just food, I think. We also got a firebomb. An oil cask with a flammable cloth plug. Throwing it produces a large flame. It's a bomb. Very interesting. A bomb. Whatever we need a bomb for. The sword seems to handle everything so far. Walking through that fog gate, I just realized I haven't really talked about fog gates and what they could mean. We'll push. So we're starting to see some more wooden structures, some more like, I don't know, this may not be hastily constructed. It would be okay, I think, if the innards of the wall were made of these things. They're not the part that's meant to like bear a shit ton of, I already have one of those. A weight, which is what like a front wall would do if it was under siege, you know. This wood is, that's whatever. This seems like an annoying torch to keep lit. A little unsafe, not OSHA approved, that's for sure. He stood for so long before falling. Alright. Fire went through it a little bit. Oh, there's a second guy. I didn't see him. That guy, I think, is supposed to be throwing firebombs at us, but is not. That's fine. I'll the respect. I'll take the respect. Get squeezed outside for a little moment. See a bit more of the riverbed. And then that area again that we can't reach if I'm not getting assaulted. Trying to appreciate that view, man. Oh, son of a bitch. Challenge run, play the game while not yapping so much, maybe. Alright. But yeah. This is a nice view. This is a nice overhead view to get. We'll get an even better view when we get up there. And well, if you know the game, deal with a different problem. Oh, wait. We need the ball. The ball. Now I guess maybe this guy heard us coming and was like, oh shit, and grabbed one of the, I guess that's one of the balls, like a, not a ballista, a trebuchet would launch, maybe? Or a catapult, I don't know what the difference is, actually. Of course you're a firebomb user too. I got it right. And he had a spare one up here and he's like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna push this shit down. And then he did it. And he was right to do it because it was, I mean, it's a pretty good attack, honestly. If I was in his position, I would probably do the same thing. Hey, tough guy. I do like parrying them, but I don't like doing it until it's really much safer to do it than right now. Yeah, these things. I think this is a trebuchet. I think when it has the little sling like that, I think it's a trebuchet. And they've got little boulders, good for throwing, with the trebuchet, you know. Although, where they're aimed, I guess maybe they're for dragons, because we've got a dragon problem now, clearly. So I'm guessing where these would fire, I guess doesn't really add up. There's one entrance, unless they come from the lower valley, which in that water, that seems like a death sentence. And up from above is too high. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they could do their own trebuchets up from high, but it's a little weird. It's a weird place to mount a defense, which is why the only thing I could really think of is that these are for dragons. Not, man, it is dark. Not invading forces. Not that anyone could even invade right now, really. Oh no. Well, I'm glad that guy did that. I was worried about getting bit behind. Why is it not a two-hit kill anymore? These guys have set their swords on fire. In a desperate bid to help them defend, I guess. I should have. I'm getting a little ahead of myself because I'm doing stuff. I'm going into autopilot mode for talking about things. These were two hanging corpses that we could see from the lower area where we'd have looked up at the right time. But yeah, I think they're hanging upside down too. I should have double checked that, but I believe they're hanging by their feet. Feet or neck, one or the other. And we'll see when we get down there, and we'll learn a little bit about these interesting corpses. This is such a new player death trap, I swear. That might help us a little bit. Oh, they did the nice thing. Killed themselves for me. That was very sweet of them. They say that these guys aren't considerate, they're selfish and soul-starved, but they seem like nice guys to me. Alright. And there it is. There's the thing we never take off. Our first ring. The Cling Ring. Lose less HP and in soul form. And as you can see, it's basically a necessity. It's very good. A mysterious ring forged in the shape of an eye. Character loses less HP after becoming a soul. So yeah, I guess cling as in you're clinging on to your life, your physical form. Have we gotten anything else new? Well, the Bastard Sword. A large straight sword. It is as versatile as a straight sword, but its heaviness essentially requires it to be used with both hands. Its crushing blows deplete an opponent's stamina, easily breaking their guards. Yes, it probably does do that, actually. Alright, and then we have old ragged robes and some old... Oh, this is why it's fun to play classic Demon's Souls. We got some Old Spice. Deodorant is probably in, it's quite rare right now, so it's really good that we got that. Jade hair ornament. Simple jade hair ornament. Could it belong to a poor little girl? We know of a poor little girl. Oh my goodness. Old Spice. An Old Spice with a pungently sweet smell restores a large amount of the user's MP. It is made by mixing various fermented ingredients. Because of its sharp smell and often unsavory brewers, it's been prohibited in some regions. It's banned. Illegal substances. Maybe in Boletaria. Maybe that's why these people were hung up. Maybe. And then the ragged robes. Female only. Robe made of layers of ragged fabric. It's covered with tears, unsightly open seams, and numerous unsightly... You should really need a synonym there. And numerous unsightly insects wriggling within it. No sane person would dare wear something like this. I guess the implication being they're soul-starved. Coarse hand wrappings made of layers of ragged fabric. Yeah. Old ragged boots, coarse shoes made of layers of ragged fabric. Yeah, that's kind of gross. So, these are the corpses of Stockpile Thomas's wife and daughter, unfortunately. They seem to have become balding men, but that's okay. This is definitely just a limitation of times. You can see their shattered shackles and chains from when I cut them down, so that's cool. Alright, we got a shortcut. Now that is... Don't worry about that. I don't know what that was. I don't know if it's Demon's Souls or if that's the way I'm playing it, but we made it through. What they could have been hung for? Hard to say. Maybe they did go soul-starved and mad. Maybe they were just unjustly hung for no reasons. Maybe they were stealing to get by in such tumultuous times. Maybe it's for the fact that they had Old Spice. Or maybe it was just like a sick crime of pleasure by some power-hungry members of the Boltarian Guard Force. Who knows? Who knows? Either way, they're unfortunately very dead. Oh, look at that. That was expertly handled. Oh, sorry. Sorry I'm so good at the game sometimes. We get to see a new guard here. This guy has a little flat hat. I like these hats. Kind of cute. And a spear or a pike, whatever. I don't know what the difference is. Little wooden round shield. Kind of stuff you'd expect. Got a little more food and books here, although these guys don't seem like the reading type, considering how easy it was to dispatch of them. Chest, tables, beds. Wait. No beds. No beds. And this guy. If you don't know anything about Demon Souls, this is infamous enemy. An early game optional, a tough guy, and I mean tough. This is a tough fucking guy. So we're gonna play this in a very funny looking way. It's gonna involve a lot of me. I'm using the stockpile Thomas strategy. I'm being very cowardly, like the other Blue-Eyed Knights. He's got a glowing red aura, which I guess maybe that's also indicative of souls, and maybe it's indicative of he's got more demon souls in him than the blue ones. Maybe he is tougher than them. Don't eat. Only I get to heal. Okay. Very scary. He could probably certain moves of his could definitely one-shot me, which is why I am playing with such cowardice in my heart. Thomas, I think he would be proud. But he's already got to deal with the whole wife-daughter thing, so we won't waste his time telling him about it. Little Fumin Grass. Similar design to the Blue-Eyed Knight, but he's got more of a like Roman helm, and then of course a looks like a winged spear. Otherwise, I think it's relatively the same. I don't think there's much difference. The armor design here. Now we can't get through this door right now. This is something special. But when we do, and we see what's inside, we'll understand why such a tough guy was positioned here. There is a good reason to it. And this building, this one definitely looks a bit less utility compared to everything else around here. This is more of a, I know these ones kind of resemble like the big kind of windows or arches that like a church would have. Big ornate door here with all these little flourishes on it. Some kind of center of worship, something like that. But we'll see what truly is contained within at a later time. For now, we move on. How does durability feel in this game? 191 out of 200? That's plenty. Plenty. Admittedly, the straight sword's not hitting as hard as I wish it was, but yeah, what can you do? Oh, I keep forgetting to look at the fog gate. Oh, I have to remember that for next time. So here, we're heading into like the lower areas. We can even see some grass down there. And then we can see a man, a glowing man, who is standing very still. We are going to come back to him in a second. For now, let's let this guy nuke himself. He wanted to do it, so sometimes that kills him, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know if there's any reliable trigger for it. Ooh. Ooh, my guard. Ooh. Good thing your recovery is so long, you fool. Alright. Let's see, he's in a bit of a tumultuous situation. He looks a bit troubled. We'll check in on him in a minute. He'll be fine. Some more grass down there. And this is definitely a bit weird. I don't know what these side platforms. I don't know how, like, what the intention of, like, how you would normally get to them is, because this whole walkway just blocks. I don't know what purpose they serve. I guess it's because below is a building. There's, like, a table over there and some chests. Storage, maybe? I don't know. Probably just a little bit of an oversight. Look at this guy. Oh, a Dregling that has not struck us.
Good day to you. Care to look over my wares? Mostly stolen, but who's telling you?
Not me, brother, not me.
Be a brave knight or depraved slave, the demons will snatch your soul, then you'll go mad.
Oh boy.
And those who dare cling to their humanity are hunted down. It is the end of Great Boletaria as we know it.
Oh,
But
the
hell,
end.
at least the demons don't send us to our deaths in battle.
Oh, you can say that again, yeah. Yeah, this guy.
There's this skinny fella, clad in fabulous armor, who's
I
always
saw him.
mumbling about some mission. He's another one who's managed to stay sane like yourself. Probably some pampered son by the looks of his attire.
I have a
I'd
feeling you
give an
might be on
arm
something.
just for the buttons off his shirt.
Oh, Dragling, I wish you had a name.
It is the end of Great Boletaria as we know it. But hell, at least
This guy's such a goofball. I do, I like him quite a bit. Wow, this stuff sucks a little bit. I think this is heavier. I've got an iron helmet commonly found on soldiers. It's simple but reasonably tough. Heavily impedes stamina regeneration. Coat of plate is similar. Let me actually see. So 32, 32, 38, 9.6 pounds.
go ahead. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, figure, bro. It is a little lighter, actually.
Hello.
I'm tempted to... Maybe just the plate?
Thanks for that. Come back soon.
Maybe I will. How different does this look? Oh, it's like... Oh, this is what the Crestfallen Boy wears. So we're now 33 out of 40. How low do we have to get to fast roll? 28. No, bueno. Under 50. That's what fat is. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, well, we have that as a lighter option. We're gonna keep heavy for a bit. We're gonna go get some more souls. That is not how we equip our things. I might, after this, the conclusion of recording this episode, I might do a little bit of farming here, just to get the weapon upgraded and our equip load up a bit so we can fast roll. Now, do me a favor, game, and yeah. Hey, buddy. Never hurts to have another ring on. An ancient sapphire ring. It subdues your presence, making it difficult for you to be detected by enemies. No harm in that, yeah?
That was a bold jump. A surprise indeed. Well, now that you are
Nice
here,
armor.
pray thee, fend off these dreglings.
Alone?
That was a bold jump. A surprise. Well, now.
That's a lot to ask, man. What if you were to help me, actually?
What on earth are you doing?
That shouldn't aggro him, but it should help me, fight these guys. He's tougher than he thinks. Yeah, see, he's fine. I think you need... I forget if it's, I think it's you need to hit someone enough times to aggro them rather than do enough damage.
My thanks for your brave rescue. I am Ostrava of Boletaria.
Oh, it was very brave, I know.
Accept this as a token of my gratitude.
Yay, now we can look at thingies up close. That's actually not where I wanted. Oh, auto-equip. Oh, I wish you were toggleable. Here come these guys. How Estrava got himself in that situation? That's something to think about. It's kind of a weird situation. He's, oh, ouch. There we go. It's a weird ledge to have been up on. I'm not sure what his goal was, but, I'm glad he's okay. I'm glad we saved him. He's a good lad. A little bit of a spoiled guy, you know. You can hear it in his voice. You can hear how well off he is. But he's out here braving it. I gotta give him credit there. I'm gonna talk about some stuff in this area, but I'm gonna actually make sure he does not die, because his quest is something we want to do. Keep helping him because he's not the best. He's not the best knight. Like I said, he's clearly a less experienced guy. So we do our part. We're a hero. We do our part. Get out, get out, get out. Look at us. What a team we make. Fuck them up. Fuck them up. Nice little shards. Very good. Yeah. That's some teamwork. Us and our...
Now, I must go. There is something for me to take care of.
Yes, I see, I see. And like, if you couldn't tell really about the hoity-toity thing, like look at his gold... that shield, the golden sword, it's a bit, well, I mean, it's conveying exactly what it wants to, so if anything, I'd say it's doing it really well. It's just very, like, yeah, this was a high up person, or at least his family was in a high up position of some sort. There's this little area here, which... I think there are normally some archery things here. Yeah, I think that we may have broke in the process. That platform, I don't know what it is. Maybe there was a ladder there before. Can't access it normally. There's some oil or TNT, whatever the red barrels are actually supposed to be filled with. This little room, which I don't know. This could have been another storage room, but these guys were hanging out in there. This... again, like, these little areas like this, there's a lot of them where it's like, oh, you know, if you put a door here that couldn't be opened, it would make a little more sense. Because this just feels like a little bit of a pointless gazebo. Or walkway. At most, maybe to keep yourself out of the sun, but you know, in times like this, I think most civilizations wouldn't use the time to do so. It's just not worth it. Got some chalices, a little vase. What is that called? A jug. There's a term for it that's evading me, but you know what I mean. The candles, more food and books. This looks like a, despite weapons being stored here, this looks like a big food place. Oh no, look at this desk. It's a little modern looking. This almost looks like a computer desk. The way this part folds out too, yeah, it looks like it could be closed. And it almost looks like you could fit books in there too. Not sure. That could be for logbooks, for security patrols, or something like that. Who can say? Yeah. No, I should stop doing that. Clearly, I don't have the real balls to be parrying like this. Lots of stored lumber here. This is a neat detail because of the a lot of the haphazardly constructed environment to make up for damage done by dragons or possibly demons. I'm not sure. Could be either, but or both. But there's a lot of that lumber around here, and they attack really fast after getting interrupted like that. Be wary of that. Ow. Have a little ambush. Classic Souls maneuver. So normally you would be coming from this upper platform if you hadn't dropped down to save Boyo. And here you would be ambushed from behind as you ran by. That would be no good. Thankfully, I am omni-aware, omnipresent. I know many things. I know a great many things. I have approximate knowledge of a great many things. I know where every enemy's placement is off by about, you know, a general, like, scale of, like, 2.8 meters or so, you know, in a 360 or 2.8 of a diameter. I'm getting too distracted to make jokes. There we go. He actually survives that, I think. So let's go get him. All the way down, just to make sure a man's life is snuffed out. He's soul-starved, so I mean, I don't really need to worry about his rights anymore. It's not like he was concerned with mine. So it's fair. You can see that one building we passed through by the Dregling Merchant is... wow, it's tall. I don't know if there's any way to even get up there, so it does seem a bit pointless. But, you know, it does look nice in the vista. There's this upper platform you can not get to, but, you know, just like here and there. That one's actually got some stuff on it. I think there's even a little walkway down. Some rooftops. We can see that lower area we were in. You know. Okay, a fog gate. Now that I'm here, I really don't have as much to say about it as I thought I might have. It is an interesting effect, and I don't know if it is a result of... if it has anything to do with colorless fog, maybe? Maybe as colorless fog sweeps in, it starts to manifest in ways like this, just separating little pieces of land. Something like that. Excuse me. Let me grab a drink real quick. Just a little pick-me-up. switch headphones real quick just to make sure it doesn't die in the middle and give me huge audio problems. That would suck really bad. There. Got some more lumber here. And you can see a little out of bounds area over there. Still got textured stone ground for one reason or another. And then this. I'm going to do this first instead of just explaining it. Again, another... This is definitely an OSHA violation, having these, whatever exactly these cannonballs are used for, in a slanted location like this. You're just asking for, like, oh, a ton of workplace deaths. And I mean, look, I just made it happen, you know? While we're here, we can actually see quite a bit. This is a very cool view. Let me... Does this make it better or worse? Well, that's pretty good. That's good. I can zoom in too. So we can see there's a bridge ahead of some kind. A winding bridge that goes over a more... a less flat valley. Not an ideal place to build, so it's understandable separation. Maybe this was built first and this was a later add-on. Again, more similar castle structures, all underneath the base of this big... Is this an arch mountain? Maybe? Maybe that's intentional. Maybe not. And then this interesting structure. At this point, couldn't really say what that means, but it's definitely important in some way or another. And of course, the dragons, which I do not remember, or I do not know the secrets of dragon handling, so I'm not gonna mess up too much over there. Although I might go try to get what I can, just for the sake of it. Ooh, something here is causing audio messiness again. If that ever gets bad at any points, I might, at worst, I might just turn the sound effect volume all the way down, just for the sake of listenability, because it's really grating. But if it's in a short burst, I'll probably let it pass, you know. Maybe do some more research in between here and the next time I record an episode to see if there's anything that can be done about it. I think it seems like big creatures cause it or something. It might have to do with the fact that I didn't know about that. I didn't know about that. Am I safe down here? I have no clue. That is loud. There's another view of the... Oh, hey, what? There's another view of the bridge. It might just have to do with the fact that it's still compiling some shaders, and that's causing the spot to sound a bit more buggy. I do know that this fire is not as bad as it sounds. I think if you get close to the ledge, you know, I'm gonna risk it. Even while fat. I think if I go this way and stick close to the ledge, I should be fine. No. off real quick. If I go further, does he do... It seemed like he was shooting past it when I was going low. He has a wide one too. He definitely has a wide one. Okay. We're not messing with that. We're not messing with that. We are not messing with that. We will come back to that later. When it's easier, which won't be long actually. Alright, let's try to make it across this quickly. No, don't delay me like that. The way I did this might have made him kill less than usual. That was probably a waste. Screen shake is making this a little harder. Alright. As we can see, don't lock onto him. It's safe to get these two guys. Not that guy though. Important. We can see a bit more. That's where we were. That's where we were with the Blue Knight over there. And you can see a little town area here that I believe... I don't think that gets accessed at any point. Oh, you'd be able to see it more from the middle of the bridge, but the orange dragon, or the red dragon, he's not gonna want to let that happen for us, so we're not gonna worry about that. For now, let's keep moving. I'm getting quite close to the Scraping Spear. This is a kind of interesting place for the gate to be open. You'd think it would be at the top of the wall where... or some kind of vantage point near the wall where you'd have a good visual on it. But either way, you can see these chains going down into the darkness. Big chains up here, gears, all something that could, yeah, you know, in this setting where souls have enhanced our world, you know. I'm sure that is part of the reasoning for why more advanced technology like this and perhaps some elevators we'll see in the future could exist. Topper team, very nice, very nice. Silly block. You're gonna die regardless. You're gonna die regardless. No, you're dead. You're dead. Don't deny it. Don't deny it. You're dead. Some more food, weapon racks. Yeah, more of the usual. More of the usual. Pretty consistent layout design for these Boletarian castle areas. Oh, that's a shame. That's a big fall. Wouldn't want you to do. Oh no, no, no! You should have watched his friend a bit closer. Hey, buddy. Just scoot, just a little scoot for me. That would make my day. There we go. I appreciate it. These goo enemies that are made of goo of some sort, holding up a shield. I guess because they're so vulnerable by the looks of it, by how easily just even a straight sword pops them. I guess that's what made them decide to pick up the shield. Go full defensive by rocking a spear as well. Although we don't see any other shield like this in the area, so wonder if oh, it's got the same symbol on it. It's got the Boletarian, whichever symbol that is actually meant to represent. So it is a Boletarian shield. I was gonna say for a moment maybe they as like goo they can make it you know, make it materialize it out of their own like body or something like that. I'm not sure. But here we've looped back around. Very satisfying, very satisfying. Classic Miyazaki. You've got this wonderful spear. The head, not my favorite. I guess maybe you can only see it in the cutscene. Oh, maybe I think I'm thinking of the remake here. I think in the remake the back end of the spear is covered in goo, which is a cool detail of the remake. But yeah, that's a separate thing. But yeah, big spear. It is a little weird that the spears they wield, it's not this. So this was just one they had. And what this is, I'm not sure. Maybe this is a challenge of some kind. Like inciting me to go in there, because, well, they want my delicious souls. That's what they want. And as you can see, well, they have a very... Ooh, that guy went flying. Around a bit. A lot of them are falling off. I need to use the pillars to our advantage, Ornstein and Smo style. So many fell off that this is not, these fire bombs aren't having their usual, supreme effect, so we'll do Tubertine real quick. And we'll go from here. It's all our fire bombs anyways. Oh. I thought something was wrong there for a second. I was one-handing when I shouldn't have been, but... Despite this being a more straightforward boss than oh, look at that, I found that trophy. Despite this being a more straightforward boss than some of the future ones, which, you know, there's a lot of puzzle bosses in this game, of course. Them giving you fire bombs all throughout the level. And of course, allowing you or encouraging you to experiment with them, and the big Tuppertine pickup there. You get so much Tuppertine. Very nice. You can see the AoE damage the bombs do as you're testing them out earlier, and yeah, I think it's a good little piece of design. It can be unfortunate if a player misses it, but I feel like after a few tries, I think it's reasonable for it to be pieced together. I think they can do it. I like it. I think even on my first playthrough, without knowing, I think I was able to put it together. It has been a while though, so. All right, a new archstone. This area, which maybe this is where, the actual, because we were talking about like a market of some kind earlier. Maybe this is where it was in this room. We do see more carriages and stuff in the room ahead, as well as like storage and items and bins and crates and bags and such. So maybe this was people parking or setting up stands here and something like that. It's possible. It's a big empty space, so I'm not sure what else would be here, but you can really come up with any answer for that one. It's not too big of a deal. The Lead Demon's Soul. Let's take a look at that. Oh, we got a couple items actually. A shard scraped off of the archstones that are scattered about in each area. Sends the user back to the Nexus. The archstones that the Monumental entrusted to the Elders have been forgotten, and are now left for the mice to gnaw at. I wonder who the Elders are. But the Monumental entrusted these to them, I guess, for easy access to the Nexus. And oh, no, not the shard of the Archstone, the actual Archstone, entrusted to the Elders. So the Elders have forgotten about, or at least just disregarded the Archstones, maybe out of, like, getting consumed by the hunger for souls and power and such, but we'll have to see. Turpentine. A natural resin collected from a pine tree. Applying it to the right-hand weapon to cover it. Apply it to the right-hand weapon to cover it in fire. Cannot be applied to wooden weapons. Hey, that's a cool detail. I didn't actually even know that. Brass telescope. A rare craft which uses warped glass to allow the user to see far off distances clearly. It's most likely an item from the comparatively advanced region of southern Boletaria. Hey, that's us. We're from the comparatively advanced region of Boletaria. A descriptor they seem to use every time they refer to southern Boletaria. Lead Demon Souls. The soul of the demon Phalanax. It radiates a strong power. Okay, I think this is the same, actually. It's interesting that it's called the Lead Demon's Soul. I'm not sure what that could refer to. Maybe the... I don't think lead can be like goo. I'm not sure. Oh, a scimitar, that's right. A small curved sword. A slashing weapon that inflicts heavy damage upon soft flesh, but has a limited effect on metal armor and hard scales. In addition, it causes the target to bleed. Indeed, yes. Alright, that's that, yeah. Alright, let's make our way back to the Nexus.
Welcome back.
Oh, feet.
The Monumental awaits the above.
Oh, the crackling.
monumental will explain the nexus to thee.
Thank you, cutscene, for showing me exactly where that thing those players will ignore. Alright. I think the whole crackling thing, I think it's just a result of having it having to compile new shaders, so as far as I understand, the longer we play, maybe the less it will happen. Or clunky, again. It's very nice, it was very delicious clunk. Quite like that.
Oh, good day to you. I can forge weapons for you, at a fair price.
Did he say that before? I don't remember. Longsword 2+. Very nice, yes. Oh, that actually does raise its block. I don't know that I'll go with that shield, so... I'll hold off for now. I don't think he says anything different.
Do come back alive. I need your business.
Yes, sir, Mr. Balzer. Thomas.
That hairpin. That belongs to my daughter.
It does.
Then she didn't make it after all.
Oh.
My dearest little baby. May she rest in peace. May I ask you a favor? Would you mind giving up that hairpin? I'd like to have it in memory of my daughter.
Imagine saying no to this. That's fucking insane.
You're a saint. Thank you. Thank
Maybe
you
he's
so
used
much.
to greedy people being in here.
Oh, I mustn't forget. It's not much, but please accept this as thanks. I'm a bit ashamed to say, but I found it one day, discarded on the main road. But it seems to possess a strange power. Anyway, I feel that you should have it. It will be happier in your hands.
Happier? It's a ring, bro. Ring of Herculean strength.
Hello again. I'm keeping a close watch on your belongings, rest assured.
I believe you. I do. I need to deposit some, actually. Well, I think you take the Old Spice, I guess. And then this, and this. We don't need that shit. And this. I'll keep it on it for the moment. This is item burden. That's fine.
You have a heart of gold.
Oh, I know.
Don't let them take it from you.
It's heavy and cold. And hey, you.
Still alive?
You should be.
This is something that's interesting.
Oh.
The black-robed maiden of the Nexus looks after the flames.
Ooh.
She's a morose type, with eyes occluded by wax.
I saw that.
She can control souls like no other.
Oh.
Bring her the souls of men and demons, and she will embolden your flesh and blood with their power. But beware. Do not devolve into a foul beast.
Okay.
What's happened? Have you lost your mind? No matter. Have a seat.
We can sit here forever. Yeah, sure.
At least we will be safe.
Yeah. You're done for, man.
What's
Come on.
happened?
Yeah. Hey, you.
The monumental awaits the above. The monumental will explain the nexus to thee.
Yes. As much you said, that is true.
The monument.
Okay. Oh, really spin around for me. The cape, I quite like. And the hair and the face stuff. The candlestick is very cool. Makes sense for what she's as he said, she keeps the flames around here lit, whatever purpose that serves. And the only thing is the wrappings look a little tight. It looks like it would be really annoying to walk around like that. But, you know, whatever. If she likes it, she likes it. That's her prerogative, you know. Let's go talk to a bald baby. A monumental, that is. Up here. And then this. It doesn't seem like a door opened. It seems like there was just a literal stone block in the way. Up here. See a much better view of this now. It's very cool looking. This is like one of the... This is definitely a top set piece in this game. I could be wrong about whether or not it's in the game, but this sword is also very cool. Nice. You've got many dead monks. And one alive one whose head follows you, and that there is a candle next to him. All additional things to help indicate to you that we got a live one, you know. What about here? There's a little item here. Very useful and important item. We'll take a look at that little... maybe in the next session. The last thing I want to do is talk to the monumental. We'll level, and then I think we'll call that for the first episode. Right.
We have long awaited you, Slayer of Demons. I am one of the Monumentals. We preserve the fabric of reality. There is something thou needest to know.
Yeah?
Once, we too, a scourge of demons faced. In the distant past, under a benevolent rule, the world was united owing to the soul arts. Until a lust for power caused the awakening of the Old One. Across the land seeped a colorless, deep fog, and the world faced extinction at the hands of the demons. Thanks be, we were able to lull the Old One back to his slumber, yet only after the loss of innumerable souls, and half the world lost,
half the world
erased by the fog.
That's a lot.
In order to mend the fabric of what land still remained, we entrusted 6 elders
there are the elders.
with 6 precious archstones. 1 to the king of a small yet diligent land. 1
Is
to
it
the
all
king
right?
of the burrowers
Sure.
underground. 1 to the wise queen of the great ivory tower. 1 to the chieftain of lost and ill-fortuned souls. 1 to the shaman of the tempest-worshipping shadowmen.
It's weird that those were out of order.
And the last to the great giants of the northern lands.
Even more north, okay.
The archstones were placed at nodes across the earth. We contained the Old One inside this nexus and banned the soul arts.
Banned, okay. I see.
Finally, we became monumentals, half-living sentinels of the fabric of reality.
Well, that's a sentence.
Alas, the other monumentals have perished, and only I remain.
What does half-living mean, I wonder? I guess maybe like soul form permanently in the Nexus? There we are. Monumentals. You mean the monumental?
Now it is your turn. You must lull the Old One back to its slumber and seal it away for all eternity. If not, the deep fog will absorb all that we know.
I'm up for it.
Have you
I
the
am
strength to accept
too.
this mission?
Yeah.
Yes. We are fortunate indeed to have you. Now, go forth and destroy every last demon. The Old One, without demons to feed its souls, will a new servant seek and lure you to its bosom.
I see, and that's when we strike.
We neutralized the Old One and banned the soul arts. Then we spread the Archstones, and in order to mend reality, monumentals we became. However, man's memory of history is o'ershort, and before long he repeated his mistakes. The monumentals perished, and the Archstones were long forgotten. And the short-sighted King Alant once again aroused the Old One.
I see.
The monumentals perished, and the Archstones were long forgotten. And the short-sighted King Alant once again aroused the Old One.
I see. Okay. Understood. Message received. We need to kill a very short-sighted man. This should be easy. He won't see me coming. Alright, let's level and we'll call it there. I don't know that I'll be able to get what I want, which is the fast roll with this armor, but oh, this is not the remake. I can't. Hold on. We're gonna make this a little easier on ourselves. Yeah. Got it. Another. And another. Last remaining are 2 boss souls. I may make a boss weapon or something like that, but not either of these. Not that those are axe, which is what this would make. And I'm not making the scraping spear either. So it's quite a bit of levels for us to work with.
Have you met the last surviving monumental?
I have, I did indeed.
Those fools revived the Old One on a whim. And now they've trapped us here in the Nexus in a desperate attempt to undo their mistake. It's all a travesty if you ask me.
Jeez, man. This guy needs a Snickers.
What's happened?
Oh, okay, shut up.
Brave soul, who fears not death. Prithee, lull the Old One back to its ancient slumber.
Ma'am, yes ma'am. Eye stones temporarily connect the diffused worlds. Should you lose your physical form, remember the eye stone. The maiden controls inhuman souls. This power allows her to aid those who slay demons. That's me.
What is it? Dost thou seek soul power?
Yes. Yes, in fact, yes.
So be it. After all, thou requirest
Oh,
strength.
you're dang right I do.
Go forth, touch the demon inside me.
The demon inside you, huh?
Let these ownerless souls become thine own.
Interesting.
As for me, I am only here to tend to the flames. I keep the candles lit and serve the brave demon slayers who are trapped here. I keep the candles.
Okay. Simple enough.
Soul of the mind, key to life's ether.
soul of the lost withdrawn
Get
from its
2
vessel.
in health.
Let strength
Let's
be
equip
granted
burden.
so the world might be mended. So the world might be
And that's
mended.
item burden. Equip burden. Equip warden. Yeah. No, that's a lot. I know. Make this an even number. Alright. Nice.
Art thou done? May thine strength help the world be mended.
I love that line. May thine strength help the world be mended. So that's still fat. That's still fat. If I put on this, that's still fat. Yeah, okay. But if I take off this, 31 out of 47, that's definitely not half. Not even that, really. Not even that. 25, that's 50, I guess, yeah. Damn, that's rough. Alright, we can be fast with this. But I'm gonna do some farming off screen in between now and the next session. Hopefully to get the weapon a little leveled up. But also, so we can be faster with full armor, because that'll be quite fun. But, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope that, like, this sort of analysis, this sort of slow playthrough is interesting. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it's something I wanted to do because it really helps me to slow down a bit personally and appreciate the game a bit more. And I think this game deserves that, as well as the others. And if I actually manage to really hunker down and get through this whole series for this game, then I would love to do it for the others as well. At least for Dark Souls 1. At least for Dark Souls 1. But yep. That's all from me, so again, thank you so much for watching.